All right, so we're talking now about some strength pieces. We're talking about pulling mechanics, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start addressing hand position in order to get into a better shoulder position. So there are a couple of things we can do to block movement. We've seen a couple of drills now where you can hold stuff in between your feet to do better burpees. You keep your elbows in for better shoulder position, but now we're gonna start addressing pulling mechanics. Way back, we did a little series on just pull-ups and basic initiation of movement, how to pull your shoulder blades back and down, that retraction and depression of the shoulder blade in order to get that pull a little bit more efficient. And then we also talked about natural hanging angle. We talked about hollow body position or that neutral body position while hanging. But today we're going to start flipping it around a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to address hand position. There's been a couple of grip videos that I've done before where I've talked about pinky knuckle over the bar and then about wrapping your hand all the way around so you can get your thumb on top of the index and middle finger. If you can do that, you're basically hook gripping the bar, and by getting the pinky knuckle over the bar, what's happening is you're exaggerating external rotation at shoulder level. So what we're going to do is, without obsessing too much about that, we're going to talk about the basic way of progressing a shoulder into good pulling mechanics. So we're going to have a couple tools, a couple tricks. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring everything into the midline. So we're going to go hands as close as we can. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to flip the hands around. So we're going to go under grip and very neutral position. That's going to exaggerate external rotation. Do you guys see this elbow in position is going to exaggerate external rotation at shoulder level, and therefore when I start that pulling mechanic, I'm going to be forced into that good position. So if you come over here and check it out, it's very straightforward. If this is our regular pull-up grip, I'm going to go in and then I'm going to flip my hands around. You'll notice that when I flip my hands around, immediately my shoulders are going to want to tighten up. So just hanging in this position, if you look at my head and my arms, that is going to exaggerate that shoulder position. You're going to feel a little different just starting off. Once you initiate the movement, everything is the same. It's shoulder blades back and down, and then we pull. There's a little bar there, so I don't want to go all the way. I would have hit my head. All the way down, shoulder blades back and down, and then I pull. Very important as I do this is to not allow my elbows to flare out. If you watch my elbows, the first thing I feel as I pull is that my elbows want to flare out. Don't let that happen. Try to squeeze the elbows in together. Elbows in together. That's going to be basic pulling mechanics. Your progression from there on is going to be separate the hands. Once the hands reach shoulder width, now you get to flip them. And that's how you're going to initiate strength pulling on a bar. So that's what you're going to start seeing in the programming from now on.